In the quiet waters of the River Ouse, on March 28, 1941, one of the literature's most luminous minds chose darkness over light. Virginia Woolf. Her pockets filled with stones, walked into the flowing current until the waters claimed her. This final act, deliberate, methodical, and haunting, has often overshadowed the extraordinary life that preceded it. Yet, to understand Virginia Woolf's solely through the lens of her death is to miss the brilliant kaleidoscope of her existence. Her revolutionary prowess, her penetrating intellect, and her fierce struggles against both personal demons and societal constraints. We often ask, does the life of a writer cast a shadow over their work? Or is it, in truth, the work that casts a shadow over their life? Does the soul of a writer like Woolf reflect the pages of her books? Or do the books reflect the inevitability of the act? Today we explore this tension, looking at the moments of being that defined her. Born Adeline Virginia Stephen on January 25, 1882, into the heart of Victorian London, Virginia entered a world of intellectual aristocracy and complex family dynamics. Her father, Sir Leslie Stephen, was a towering figure of Victorian letters, historian, critic, and first editor of the Dictionary of National Biography. But the house of 22 Hyde Park Gate was a study in Victorian complexity. It was a place of deep intellectual nourishment. Virginia had unrestricted access to her father's vast library, but it was also a place of suffocating patriarchy. The emotional climate was fraught. Sir Leslie, though brilliant, was demanding, melancholic, and prone to fits of temper, especially after the death of Virginia's mother, Julia, in 1895. Virginia was only 13 when her mother died, a cataclysmic event from which she never fully recovered. This loss precipitated her first major mental breakdown, a pattern of bereavement followed by collapse that would tragically repeat throughout her life. Furthermore, she and her sister Vanessa suffered unwanted sexual attention from their half-brothers, George and Gerald Duckworth, trauma that left deep scars on her sense of bodily autonomy and likely fueled her complex relationship with physical intimacy. Following her father's death in 1904, Virginia and her siblings made a radical decision. They moved to 46 Gordon Square in Bloomsbury. This was not just a change of address, it was a deliberate break with Victorian constraints. In the Bloomsbury group, Virginia found an intellectual community that valued personal relationships, authentic experience, and skepticism toward conventional morality.
Art must be a reflection of the mind's inner truth across the world.
It was here, in 1912, that she married Leonard Woolf. Their parentship was a cornerstone of her life. Leonard was her steadfast supporter, managing the practicalities of her health with meticulous records, creating the routine necessary for her to write, and co-founding the Hogarth Press. Yet, The creative effort of completing a book often triggered a breakdown. When her first novel, The Voyage Out, was completed in 1913, she attempted suicide. The medical treatments of the day, isolation, and enforced bed rest were primitive and, in her view, counterproductive. Despite this, her work grew increasingly experimental, aiming to capture the luminous halo of consciousness rather than the rigid, materialist structures of the Edwardians. By the 1920s, Woolf was a literary force. In 1925, she published Mrs. Dalloway, a novel that revolutionized the stream of consciousness technique. By tracing a single day in the life of Clarissa Dalloway, Woolf explored how external events trigger deep, eternal memories. The character of Septimus Warrant Smith, a war veteran suffering from shell shock (PTSD), served as a dark mirror to Clarissa's social world, offering a devastating critique of how the medical establishment silenced the mentally ill. Then, into 1947, came To the Lighthouse, her masterpiece. Drawing on her own childhood summers in St. Ives, Cornwall, this novel explored the passage of time, the nature of art, and the grief of losing a mother. The section Time Passes, which reports this in brackets while depicting the decay of an empty house, remains one of the most haunting evocations of the indifference of time to human suffering. In the 1930s, as the world moved toward war, Woolf's work became increasingly political. Three Genius, 1938, offering a searing feminist and anti-fascist polemic, linking patriarchal structures to the roles of war, but the war took its toll. After their London home was bombed, and with Leonard in danger, the strain became too much. By 1941, the voices Virginia heard were telling her she was a failure, a burden. She did not choose to die because she lost her mind. She chose it because she understood it was fracturing again. She refused to spoil Leonard's life. In her final note to him, she wrote, "If anybody could have saved me, it would have been you." Virginia Woolf's death at 59 cut short a career of extraordinary richness. But her work, The Waves, Orlando, A Room of One's Own, remains a testament to a mind that refused to be limited by the social or mental constraints imposed upon it. To return to our original question, is it the life that shadows the work, or the work that shadows the life? Perhaps, for Woolf, the two were inseparable. Her brilliance was not despite her fragility, but woven into it. She turned her moments of being, both the static and the agonizing, into an enduring art that allows us, even today, to see ourselves more clearly.